In the equity markets today, taking a look at the March Russell 2000 futures, which was the strongest index of the day, up 2.96%, just short of 3% on the highs at 2066.10. We were actually down in the day at one point, down 0.75%, actually a little bit more than that, down about 77 basis points at 1991.30, but the settlement was up near the highs, up between 2.5 and 2.75% on the close. So we can call that essentially closing on the highs, up above that 2060 level. Now the Russell 2000 led all four major indices higher today, and since February 24th, off those lows, the Russell is up almost 9.25%, second only to the NASDAQ. In that period of time, the NASDAQ is up about 9.5%, but the Russell is running a close second since we made that low on the 24th. Jerome Powell testified today before the House of Representatives that he really kind of soothed the markets, testifying that he's leaning toward a 1/4 point rate increase at the March meeting. He said it's too soon to say for sure, but for now, I will say we'll proceed carefully along the lines of the plans that central bankers had in place prior to the Ukraine-Russia conflict. So he's not changing the playbook, at least not yet, and that really did soothe markets. He also said, I think it's more likely than not that we can achieve what we call a soft landing, which again, very positive statement for equity markets overall. His statements also continued the drive of higher rates on the short end especially. The yield curve is very flat right now. The 10-year, 2-year note yield curve, flattest since March 11, 2020. That doesn't generally bode well for the Russell, but again, overall, the Russell was strong as all four indices were strong. And as you look at the move in the notes, in the yields themselves, 2-year notes was up 20 basis points from yesterday's settlement. 5-year up from about 19 basis points. The 10-year up about 16 basis points, and the 30-year up about 11 basis points. So big moves in the yields that associated with curve flattening, all of this playing into better equity markets with the Russell leading today.